When Sheikh Hasina was toppled, we called it a setback for India. It's been more than 4 months now, and I don't think setback covers it anymore. It's heading towards a breakdown. There's a war of words between Delhi and Dhaka. Diplomatic missions are being targeted, national flags are being insulted, and there is talk of trade disruptions and boycotts. Guess who's looking to capitalize on this? The Chinese. They're hosting Bangladesh's Islamist parties. Islamist political parties. A 14-member delegation is touring Beijing. It is led by the Jamaat-e-Islami, a radical Islamist group in Bangladesh. They have a tainted history. In 1971, the Jamaat supported Pakistan's genocide in East Pakistan, that's present-day Bangladesh. Before the creation of a separate country, it was called East Pakistan. The Jamaat also opposed Dhaka's secular credentials. Over the years, they claim to have changed, at least in public. But looking at the situation in Bangladesh, they clearly haven't. Of course, none of this bothers China, neither the Jamaat's politics nor their past. All they care about is getting a foothold in Dhaka. Last month, Beijing also hosted the BNP, the Bangladesh Nationalist Party, again, an Islamist political party. When the BNP ruled Bangladesh, China benefited. They got military deals, they got investment opportunities, and most importantly, the BNP kept India at bay. Back then, the Jamaat used to be a BNP ally. But now equations are changing. You see, Sheikh Hasina's party, the Awami League, is out of the picture. So there are two big players left, the BNP and the Jamaat. And they're eyeing the same prize. They both want to capture power in Dhaka. And that is why China is reaching out to both. India too has reached out to the BNP, but the Jamaat could be a step too far. After all, we are talking about a radical anti-India organization. So India's options are limited and not very promising. And its relationship with Dhaka is going from bad to worse. On Monday, there was an attack in India's Tripura state. A mob attacked the Bangladeshi mission in Tripura. They stormed the complex, vandalized the premises, and removed Bangladesh's national flag. New Delhi has condemned this incident. It has also promised additional security for Bangladeshi missions in India. Local officials are also on the job. They have arrested 7 people who were part of the mob. Plus, 3 cops have been suspended. On a side note, I hope Canada is taking note. That's how you protect foreign missions. In fact, Dhaka should also take note. We've seen the Indian flag being insulted in Bangladesh. We've also seen attacks on Hindu minorities, but we haven't seen a similar response from Dhaka, or even a simple condemnation. Compared to that, India is cracking down. Yet, Mohammed Yunus is not satisfied. He summoned the Indian High Commissioner earlier today. The envoy had a meeting at the Foreign Ministry in Dhaka. He later spoke to the Bangladeshi media. He said Delhi and Dhaka have a multifaceted relationship. It cannot be reduced to one issue or one agenda.
Keep continuing talking about. We have such wide-ranging relationship, multifaceted relationship, and as I've said, you cannot reduce it to one issue or one agenda. We are working across so many issues, and we really want to build a positive, stable, constructive relationship.
Yunus clearly wants to escalate. Instead of admitting the problem, he's blaming Indian media. Again, apparently we are exaggerating things. In fact, a petition has been filed in Bangladesh's top court. It seeks to ban Indian news channels from their country. It says the coverage is provocative and disruptive. Well, fine, don't listen to us. Listen to your good friends in the West. The UK has just updated its travel advisory for Bangladesh. It has cautioned against non-essential visits. Do you know why? Because terror attacks are likely, according to London. We're waiting for Dhaka to say that London is also exaggerating. But for now, let's focus on India. New Delhi has displayed a lot of restraint until now. The question is, for how much longer? The public sentiment in India is changing too. In Assam, some trade bodies have decided to stop trade with Bangladesh. In Kolkata, some hospitals are turning away Bangladeshi patients. And in Tripura, hotels are denying them services. No rooms, no food. We're not saying this behavior is right. But it does reveal the challenge here. The Yunus regime has antagonized people in India. We saw another example of that over the weekend. Hundreds of Hindus marched to the border in Assam. They were shouting, Bangladesh Chalo, which means let's march to Bangladesh. Indian security forces repel these protesters, but how much longer can the sentiment be contained? Indications are New Delhi is also losing patience. You can sense that from the government's official statements. You can also see that in Sheikh Hasina's actions. Remember, she's still in India. Sheikh Hasina, she's in India. Until now, she had largely been silent, but now she's acting up. Last week, Sheikh Hasina released a statement through her party. This week, she virtually addressed an event in New York. And both times, she targeted Mohammed Yunus. She accused him of indulging in mass killings. Now, Hasina is a guest of the Indian government. So would she make such statements without consulting New Delhi, without their approval? It's unlikely, but it's only speculation at this point. What we do know is that China is enjoying all of this. They tried to sway Sheikh Hasina for many years, but she refused to abandon India. Now with Jamaat and the Islamists, Beijing senses a better opportunity, a chance to cultivate an anti-India regime in Dhaka.